would hope that they would replay this game at a later date.
Well, we'll continue to talk about the early exchanges of the game and those 2 goals for Kaizer Chiefs as well. I mean, talking about a player such as Kingston Nkata, whilst all of the fun continues at the FNB Stadium. You spoke about another interesting individual as well. He's actually currently on the bench in the substitutes lineup for Black Leopards, Michael Nkambule. You said that's another one to look out for.
Yeah, he's a youngster who actually made his mark at Kaizer Chiefs. When he was 15 years old, as Brian told me, he was actually wanted by Manchester United because, of his skill and his ability. But then at that time, I think Chiefs wanted a bit too much money for him. He came back, he joined SuperSport, he came back to Chiefs, never really cracked it. Now his career was flagging a bit, going a bit down the drain. He's got another opportunity. Went on trial to Leopards, they've signed him, he's on the bench. It would have been if the game carries on, might be an opportunity for him to come back and show that, he still has that ability that we all know. He's a former national youth team player, bags of skill, very creative, very, very talented. And obviously, he'd want to show his former employees that, they made a mistake in letting him go.
That's right. Well, talking about if the game continues as well, I mean, you look at the pitch, not much that you can do in terms of clearing it. If it does stop hailing, if it does stop raining.
In the post there. That's an up-and-coming Brian Baloy.
There's a Spider-Man
And it's not every day that you get this opportunity, Carol. I mean, on a World Cup final venue, to go onto the field. And, they're taking advantage. They're enjoying themselves. It's just Munati there.
Would you say that it's a foregone conclusion that this game quite possibly might not continue, Brian? Well, what are your thoughts?
It might not. But I think a lot of times, if it does stop, the ref might order all the people at the security and the guys to sweep the hail off the pitch, and I think the drainage at the stadium is top class. So if that happens, I think it would continue.
Really, really unbelievable scenes. Obviously, our team that is at the FNB Stadium, Kamzambata, and the rest just taking refuge, and we'll try and cross to them a little bit later on just to try and hear what the synopsis is at the moment. But really unbelievable scenes here into the first half of this encounter between Kaizer Chiefs and Black Leopards. The game having to be suspended due to, as you can see, heavy hail there out on the pitch. What's been happening? I mean, we've been seeing some interesting weather conditions across the country. Beautiful, spring day earlier on at the start of the weekend, and now this.
In fact, we've seen snow after many years. I mean, about 6 weeks ago, when totally unexpected. I mean, that was after Sundowns beat Chiefs 4-1. Maybe that was a surprise that actually inspired the snow to come down. But yeah, I mean, obviously, whether this game continues depends on the condition of the pitch, whether it's not dangerous to the players. So the ref will take all these things to account. I don't know, on the screen it appears as if the rain has subsided. We don't know. So it depends how long it takes for it. I'm sure the refs will give it as much time as possible for to see whether it is cleared up and whether it's possible to play or not. But looking at that, I mean, even if you have to drive a car there, I think it would skid a bit,
Yeah, very, very difficult conditions out there. Some comical scenes as we're waiting here what the outcome is going to be at the FNB Stadium. But, talking about the bright start that Kaizer Chiefs has had as we look at the diagnostics of the game, Kingston Nkata as well, of course, getting that goal for himself. I know if you look at this stage of the season, a lot of talk about some of the new players as well and how they're assimilating into the team. And Kingston has done well so far.
Yeah, Kingston is doing well so far. And as well, I think the young Josh Lebisi, every time he's given a chance, he's always doing well. I think I've always said there's a bit of concern on my part with Kaizer Chiefs, more especially going forward. Always without Shaba, they always look a bit suspect. But today they look like they handling the pressure very well.
Really putting the back line of Black Leopards under pressure there. I mean, we saw when that Kingston Nkata goal came in, Nyirenda could do nothing just watching it go into the net.
Yeah, that's actually been their weakness. I told you before the game, they've conceded 58 goals last season. Now they've already conceded 6. If Chiefs win tonight, they go top. They'll go clear. They won't even share the lead. They'll be on 10 points. They'll be the first team to reach double figures, 2 points ahead of Free State Stars and Maritzburg. And also, Chiefs have scored now 10 goals. and only conceded 1. I mean, they've got a strong defense, you know, a very creative midfield, and they have a very lethal strike force. I mean, between the likes of Nkosi, Park, and Inkatha, they've scored all the goals. Between all those 10 has come only from those 3 players, and I think that's quite interesting.
And just one point, you know, just thinking now, I'm saying,